what's up, y'all? In this video, we're going to be walking you through how to attract new visitors to your church, how to get people to sign up for Plan Your Visit, and specifically, how to get Plan Your Visits to show up on Sunday coming up. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. My name is Chris Abbott, but all my friends just call me Abbo. And if you're new to the channel, we are constantly putting out brand new videos every single day, 5 days a week, to help pastors and church leaders be more effective with digital, with social media, and with reaching the next generation for Jesus. So what we want to do in this video is just kind of break down the Plan Your Visit process and specifically how to get those Plan Your Visits to start showing up on Sunday. So I get this question a lot, right? We've got a lot of videos on the channel here about Facebook ads and different types of marketing funnels and ministry funnels. So what happens once you get someone to sign up for Plan Your Visit? How do you ensure that they actually show up on Sunday morning? So I'm going to be walking you through that. We'll also talk about what to do with Plan Your Visit no-shows, right? If they plan a visit but then don't show up. And I'll also share with you the one tweak you can make to your Sunday mornings that will get 80% of your first-time visitors to come back for a second visit. So let's dive in. Okay, so first off, if you are watching this video, I assume that you probably are familiar with Plan Your Visit and are doing it at your church, or at least considering doing it at your church, right? But for those of you who may not know what Plan Your Visit is, this is just simply the idea of launching a ministry as an extension of your guest services and giving people the option to schedule an appointment to visit the church on Sunday. So when you do this, what happens is you're gonna end up attracting a lot more unchurched people because, you know, it's kind of awkward visiting a church for the very first time. But if somebody can actually go to your website and they can plan a visit and they can schedule an appointment, now you can actually have a friendly host waiting for them at the front door, and that person can show them around, help them get their kids checked into kids church, sit with them in service, right? Save seats for them, give them a tour of the building, introduce them to some key staff and leaders, right? And it's just going to help that first visit be a lot smoother, right? Not to mention it's going to help them get connected, which is going to shorten the assimilation process as well. Now, we've got plenty of videos that walk you through how to attract visitors to Plan Your Visit and how to set up Plan Your Visit. But one of the best ways is to run a targeted ad on Facebook and Instagram and then send them to a landing page on your website where they have the opportunity to plan a visit. I'm a huge fan of Text in Church. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you hear me talking about them all the time. I love Text in Church. It's an incredible piece of software. We use it at my church. I recommend it to every church that I come in contact with. And it's cool because not only can you use it for your follow-up systems and your communication, but they also have a really cool Plan a Visit feature as well. Okay, so let's say that you already have your Facebook ads running, you have your Plan Your Visit page set up, and now a Plan Your Visit comes in, right? What do? Well, the most important thing is to call the Plan Your Visit within 15 minutes, right? So what I do is I kind of exercise a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. rule, right? Because without fail, every time I share this with somebody, they say, okay, well, what do we do if the Plan Your Visit comes in at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, obviously you're not going to call them at 3 o'clock in the morning. You're probably going to be sleeping. I know I will be, right? So what you want to do is basically if they plan a visit between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., then you want to call them within 15 minutes. If it comes in the middle of the night, no problem. Just wait till the next day and give them a call around 9 o'clock. Right? So this is pretty simple. Let's exercise some common sense here. But that 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. rule is important to call them within 15 minutes. And here's why. Right? You think about the psychology of someone who's decided to schedule an appointment to visit your church on Sunday. Right? So first off, they gave you their name, email, and phone number, right? Their personal information, which people guard like Fort Knox these days. I mean, think about it. I don't know about you guys. I get crazy amounts of spam phone calls, spam text messages. It's like driving me crazy lately, right? Well, nobody wants to give up their personal information because they don't want to leave themselves open to more spam calls. So if somebody actually takes time, schedules an appointment, gives you their name, email, and phone number, and trusts you enough to do that, right? And then they don't hear anything from you, imagine what starts going on in their head, right? So they plan a visit and now they start thinking, man, is that it? Like I planned my visit, I'd sent them my information, I haven't heard anything, like did they get this? Did the pastor see it? Like, oh shoot, did they go to my personal profile and they saw that like my life isn't cleaned up enough to come to their church, right? Then they start experiencing rejection and then they don't show up on Sunday, right? And so then you're searching my YouTube channel or shooting me an email saying, hey, Abbo, I'm doing this Plan Your Visit thing. Why isn't it working? Nobody's showing up, right? It's because they're experiencing rejection. So you need to call the Plan Your Visits within 15 minutes. And so most people aren't going to answer a number that they don't recognize. So you just leave them a voicemail, right? Say something like, hey, John, what's up? This is Pastor Chris. Hey, listen, I saw that you planned planned a visit for this Sunday. Man, I'm pumped to meet you. I just wanted to reach out, introduce myself to you personally, and answer any questions that you might have about, where to park or what to wear. So, hey man, just give me a shout back. Excited to connect with you. So now this is just another touch point where they're hearing your voice, using their name, and introducing yourself, right? That's huge. So after you leave a voicemail, I recommend just shooting a text message that says basically the same thing, right? Because now if they like talking on the phone, they'll call you back. If they like texting, then they'll text you back. And now you know the best way to communicate with them going forward. All right, the second very important thing in order to get your Plan Your Visits to actually show up on Sunday is to send a reminder on Saturday afternoon. So at my church, when we first came up with this idea of Plan Your Visit and we started testing it and it actually started working, right? It's like, oh my gosh, people are actually planning a visit. This is awesome. Right? But what we found is that only about 50% of the people who signed up for Plan Your Visit actually showed up on Sunday, right? And we were calling the Plan Your Visits because we understood the importance of that. So we were calling them within 15 minutes. But it's like, man, we're still only seeing like a 50% show up rate, right? And what we eventually found was basically it's just because, man, life happens, right? So if someone signs up for Plan Your Visit on like Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, that's a lot of week to happen before Sunday rolls around and things just end up coming up. So what we did is we just started sending a reminder text on Saturday afternoon, right? Just using their first name so they knew it was personalized, and just say, hey, John, Pastor Chris here. Man, just want to let you know I'm super excited about meeting you in the morning. Make sure to get here 15 or 20 minutes early. I'd love to get you a cup of coffee and hear a little bit more about your story. See you tomorrow, right? Something very, very simple. But now what that does is, number one, it reminds them that, oh yeah, I planned my visit to that church on Sunday, right? And number two, it just kind of reinforces the fact that, oh, there's somebody actually waiting for me there tomorrow, right? It doesn't have to be you as a pastor. It could be somebody else on your team or a volunteer. But to know that somebody actually cares enough to text you on Saturday and is going to be waiting for you on Sunday, right? That's going to go a really, really long way. And you're going to immediately see your show up rate increase. So when we did this literally overnight, our show up rate for Plan Your Visit went from 50% to 75% just because we sent one single text message on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so before I get to my next couple of points, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We're working really hard around the clock to put out brand new videos, fresh content every single day, 5 days a week. So if you hit that subscribe button and then tap that little bell icon, you're gonna get notified every single time we drop a new video. Okay, so now you've called to Plan Your Visits within 15 minutes. You're sending a reminder text on Saturday, right? When they show up on Sunday, you simply want to assign a friendly host to show them around, right? Make sure that they're helping them get their kids checked in, saving seats for them in service, maybe giving them a tour of the church and introducing them to some key staff and leaders, right? But here's a really important caveat. See, studies have shown that 80% of first-time visitors who meet the pastor on their first visit will come back for a second visit. Right? And as we all know, the only thing better than a first-time visitor is a second-time visitor. So you just want to make sure that you have some type of a plan for all of your Plan Your Visit hosts to introduce their guest to you as the pastor at some point Sunday morning. Right? That's too big of a statistic to ignore. So it's important to understand 8 out of 10 people who meet you on their first visit will come back for a second visit. So just talk to your Plan Your Visit team and just let them know, hey, whatever happens, make sure at some point, whether it's before service or after service, you bring the guest up and find me and introduce me because I want to meet every single one. And finally, what do you do with the Plan Your Visits who no-show? So it doesn't matter how flawlessly you execute this, right? We're dealing with people and people have life that's going on and things get in the way. So no matter what happens, you're gonna have some people that aren't gonna show up for Sunday morning. No problem. Here is just a really simple way to kind of re-engage them. What I like to do is on Monday, if you have some Plan Your Visits that didn't show up on Sunday, here's one of the best things you could do. Just record a quick selfie video on your smartphone, just letting them know that you missed them yesterday and then kind of let them off the hook. I always like to do something like this because here's the deal. People know that they just promised a pastor they were coming to church and then they didn't show up, right? They're ashamed, they feel guilty, right? Like maybe they just forgot, maybe they were hungover, right? Maybe they overslept, maybe they woke up and their kids were crazy, who knows, right? Life happens. But the most important thing is for you to basically just kind of joke about it and kind of let them off the hook and then re-invite them the next Sunday. So you might do a video that sounds something like this. Hey, John, what's up? Pastor Chris here. Hey, just wanted to shoot you a quick video, man. Wanted to let you know, man, I missed you yesterday. I was looking forward to connecting with you and kind of getting to know you. Man, I don't know about you, but if your life is anything like me right now, things are crazy. I almost missed church yesterday and I'm the pastor. So I tell you what, we're actually having church, man, same time, same place, next Sunday at 10 o'clock. Can you make it? Boom. Now you're going to leave that question open-ended. You joked about it, right? You joke about how, hey, you almost missed church too, and you're the pastor, haha, right? Letting them off the hook so they don't feel guilty, and then just inviting them to come back out the next Sunday, right? And then when they respond after seeing your face and hearing your voice using their name, right? And they say, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so sorry we had a flat tire, or our kid woke up and he had pink eye, or oh man, you know, we didn't realize that we actually had this commitment, right? No problem. And if they say yes, now they just promised a pastor they're coming back to church. You'll have a really good chance at re-engaging people and getting them to reschedule their Plan Your Visit for the following Sunday if you just send them a quick message on Monday morning. Okay, so if you like this video and you want to learn a little bit more about Plan Your Visit and specifically how to attract new visitors and get more Plan Your Visits, well, we've got a free gift for you. Just head on over to churchgrowthagency.com and check out the free video we have over there that's going to walk you through exactly how to do that. Or you can simply click on the link in the description below. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We'll see you soon.